Okay, you may be asking yourself, what am I doing in Corey's car with, wait for it, corn? What do I need corn for? And beef jerky. Why would Katie go to the store and buy corn and beef jerky? Well, we're going to start this video right now. I need this because I'm going fishing tomorrow. Me and Dad are going to go fishing. We're going to use this corn and we're going to fish with some worms. I'm not going to buy the night crawlers when my yard is full of them. I'm going to dig worms out of my own yard. We're going to take those tomorrow, and the beef jerky is going to be the snack on. I also got some other really cool stuff here. I got, you might be like, whoa, why would you need something that big? What are you fishing for? Well, this, we're going to see if this turns out. I am going to go home with the corn, the beef jerky, and the pizza, and I'm going to use these big long worms and these big long worms, and I'm going to try to make my own fish bait. I've thought about this a lot since me and Nick started fishing. I'm like, what if I could make my own bait and catch them on something that I made? Because Dad brought up the good point of a lot of people around here, they fish at the same places, just like we all do, and they're getting their lures from the same place. And even if they're not getting them from the same bait and tackle shops, they're getting them from online. And there's only so many baits out there, and that equates to the fish have seen a lot, and maybe the fish have seen all that. I want to show the fish something they've not seen yet. That's why I needed my big long worms, because I'm going to cut them up and make some other fun stuff at them and kind of use my jewelry skills to do that. I also got some classics. I got my rooster tails. I wanted to get some Panther Martins, but they didn't have the black and gold that I wanted. So I got this gold. I'm going to try brown. I like this. That's a gold spinner with brown there. And then I'm interested to see how the kind of chartreusey red one is going to do. So we'll see. And I got myself some little tiny hooks because this is trout water and we don't really need anything bigger than that. The video is going to start here. I'm going home, taking my corn, my beef jerky, my supplies, and my pizza. Gonna eat lunch. I'll pick back up there at my jewelry bench where I'm going to use my jewelry skills to make my own fishing lures. Also, thanks for letting me ride in your car, Corey, because Corey's not here, so I'm gonna drive your car. So I glued those two worms together. I actually heated them up and fused them together, so I'm just experimenting. I also took a little bit of a worm and made a little thing out of it, but I realized that this would be too light, so if I was going to do it again, that I would need to use one of these lead sinkers. And then I did bring one of my spinners down here. This is a MEP spinner, because I want to kind of look at how this works and maybe do some crude replica of it maybe. Swap the tails on these. And so when I'm saying glue them together, I'm using, the first one I used my torch for. I melded them together, but I actually super glued the other ones together. So I got this one done. I've got bait dangling, I've got lead, and I've got a place to put a hook. I have no idea what this is going to be like, how this is going to work. I mean, this is just a total experiment. For my spinner, I have a shape traced. I'm going to saw this shape out. Here's me a head pin. Here's me some heavier little beads, but I also have some split shot to work with. And then I have this. This might be interesting to incorporate somehow. It's a paddle, and it will probably spin in the water, so we'll see. But basic shape, basic start. Let's see what I can do. This is my spinner, and it's just ever so slightly domed like that. And I used this. This is some of my jewelry tools. I used this and this 7mm little punch, and I just ever so slightly made that curve in there. This one, if I could hold on to it, this one also, you see that? This one actually, it's got a curve, but it also has material that's kind of been taken out there. Mine is going to be kind of the same shape, and so I hope that it'll go through the water. I made mine out of copper, and then I put some silver on it to kind of give it a different look, and I hammered it too. So the next kind of task is to put it all together. This video will probably feature Olive whining because she's been whining all day. So Corey and Austin are gone, and we're keeping the dog, and I'm doing all this fishing stuff. And then I dug some worms. I went out there, and actually we dug Mom's potatoes this morning for Mom and Dad to can, and then I dug some worms up out of that, saved them all day. First, check out these worms. There's some big ones in here. Oh, that's a big one. Ooh, they're feisty. They're in a bad mood. Look at them. That whole thing is full of worms. And then, all right, as far as what I made, here we go, which I got nasty, dirty worm hands, but that's okay. So here is some of what I glued together. This is not all of it. You can hear the dog whining, but this is some of it. I glued that together. That was just fun. But I glued that together. That tail doesn't belong with that lure. It belongs with this one, and vice versa. I glued that tail on there. That was fun. That's just way too funny. That's just not even right. That is a shad tail on this little thing, and then this is a shad body with this thing. That just kills me. That's so funny, but I bet you could catch something on it. But this is what I'm most excited about. Let me zoom in. I'm really proud of this. This is the spinner that I made. I even went to the trouble, you can see it there. This thing is a little bit kind of, would you say concave, whatever you want to say, but that is my fishing lure. This is my homemade spinner, and I've got a little swivel on it and a treble hook, and the thing spins. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I can't wait to use it. It is 6:30 and we are on our way to go fish. And yes, of course, I got my cool lures that I made that I showed you. We're going to pick back up when we get to our spot. I woke up at 5:30. It didn't really take me an hour to get going. I should have got up. I just snoozed my alarm once. But I'm ready to go fishing. And the car smells like corn because of the corn we got to fish with. Let's go. So here we are fishing. We were fishing down there a little bit where you can see there's the bottom of the steps. And Dad caught a fish right below this big rock. I didn't have the camera out. We didn't keep it, we threw it back. And then I was getting a bite in the middle there, but me being the inexperienced fisher, I couldn't get him hooked. So we're waiting right now. Dad just caught a really good size, what looked like to be a rainbow trout. And he almost had it, and then it got off the hook, which is sometimes I like when they unhook themselves if I don't want to keep it. They do the hard work, so. I saw that, and the camera saw it too. Cool, this is fun. Dad's catching the crap out of them right there. So we're doing pretty good. He's got some corn. I've actually got the spinner that I made. I've only thrown it a few times to see if it'll spin. It's kind of too big for this creek, but Dad's fishing my spinner. I'm like, don't know what I'm doing. Just gonna fish it. And a fish followed it out.
Fish actually did it. I seen it.
Oh.
This is a really fast reel, so you might not go as fast as I was telling you.
You mean it just reels fast?
Yeah.
It does, don't it? I like that reel a lot, really. I like the reel a lot, really. How many times can I say that?
So we know they'll bite it.
Yeah, we do. So this is my homemade bait. Do you see that in the water? Guys, that's my It spins. I was worried it wouldn't spin. And it wasn't hard to make. I mean, it really wasn't at all. It took me like 30 minutes. Not even that many. So we are at the next place that we're going to fish. We left Davis Creek where we were at. That is off down below town. Caught a few trout. None of which I got on camera. But we did catch a few trout. So this is a beautiful place. This is Fires Creek. And over there on that tree, we saw a sign that lets us know that we can fish anything here. This isn't just single hook artificial bait. This is whatever, because this is not a wild trout stream. Now, it probably is further up, but right here we can fish whatever we want. So I'm going to try to actually show us catching fish here. You having fun? There's a fish in that hole. And I think Dad can probably catch him. Y'all, I just put my phone up and he just caught this and I missed catching it because I was goofing off. Y'all, I'm telling you, he has caught some good fish today. This is like the 4th fish that he's caught. I've caught none. Ain't for the lack of trying. You want me to grab your pole? Or are you still on the hook? You got it still on the hook.
Yeah, he's on the hook. I'm just trying to get over here to the ground so I don't drop him. Swallowed it.
Hey, did he?
I think I ain't got my glasses on, but I can't even see the hook.
Yeah, he swallowed it.
It's a nice fish.
Who taught y'all? It's really hot. We actually just come down here to Katie's storage unit because she is getting a couch, a 70s couch, and we're trying to make room for the couch here in the storage unit. It's well turned and I'm still worried. It's actually a couch and a love seat and I'm still worried about there being room. Yeah, I don't know. We tried to move everything to one side. Let me tell you something fun about that desk. That desk isn't even mine. I didn't even have this desk. It's gonna need some serious tender loving care. Somebody let their kids do this to it. But this thing is darling. Isn't that cool? Oh, yeah. This thing's awesome. And it's like I said, you could probably turn this into a project and make it something nice. Look, the kids left me some Legos. The day that I was getting this storage unit, the guy who was in charge of the storage units here, the guy who owns them, said, "Do you want this roll top desk? I don't want it and I'm going to throw it in the trash." And I said, "Okay, I'll take it." And he helped me move it from over there to one unit back over here to my unit. And I just kept it in here thinking it's really cute, it's real wood, it's nice, that maybe one day I would work on it and it could be a nice desk. And I don't know if I'm ever going to do that with it. And then I got this great big fossil. This is a fern. Cool. It's a gigantic fossil. And then I got this 70 shelf. It's one of those spindle shelves.
I think we showed some of this on the channel, but it's been a while.
So I got a lot of stuff out of here, a lot of rocks. 10 by 10, and that couch is a little longer than 6 foot, so it should go in. And the love seat is
Even smaller than that.
probably more like 4 feet, so it should go in. Okay. All right, get to walking. I'm walking. I am actually walking over to the post office really quick while Katie is finishing up at the storage unit. Alright, done at the post office here. Everybody's looking at me weird because I have this camera. They're like, "What are you doing?" There was this guy in the post office. He was nice. He told me that I was pretty. And he's like, "I hope someone tells you that every single day of your life." And I said, "Oh, thank you. My husband does." But sometimes I don't know how to take people like I appreciate it, though. First one is in.
Corey, you can help.
Yes. That was a
want to save room for other stuff, we can put that on top of this one.
What else am I gonna put in here?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm just tacky, but like I love this velvet stuff and I love that print. So do I. Look, hold them all. What do you think, Dad?
Beautiful.
Hey, let's talk about how to treat people. Let's talk about gonna show us your stuff you got from the gym show? How to be nice. Let's talk about what you should and shouldn't do in the major metropolitan areas. No, I'm joking. Okay. You gonna show us what you got from the gym show? Yeah. Roll it around in the water. Look at that. Wow. You ever seen any calico that look like that? No. No. This is primo stuff. So this is not only beautiful, but this is old stock. When Katie told me she found this much calico lace agate, I was like, are you kidding me? Because I've never seen pieces this big before. And if you do find one that big, they want an arm and a leg. This was $30 a pound. So that tells you how, it tells you how much it was. I wouldn't have went to the gym show thinking, I'm going to look for this stuff. It was just a weird, pleasant surprise. Now, I did get some of this. This come from the same people. This is pretty. Is that some kind of... This is like kind of like a Wonderstone. Wonderstone is what I was going to say. That's really pretty. But that's really pretty. Usually the Wonderstone has... It's funny. Usually Wonderstone I've seen has more color, but somehow I like this. It's more red. Yeah, I like this better. I like this better because it's not as red. And then this stuff that I've never cut, but always wanted to cut. What is this? This is called Peanut Obsidian. Oh. Wow, that's beautiful. And I've always wanted to cut that, and I never have. And they had all these people had this same stuff, so I got it. And Nick got a few rocks in here because he likes rocks. Ooh, that's pretty. What kind of rock is that? That's a piece of agua nueve, I think. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, that's agua nueve for sure. Agua nueve. He has good taste, so he got some of these because he likes rocks. I'll show you some of the stuff that Michael gave me when we got back to his house because he is such a sweetheart. This is called... That's Sheep's Creek, yeah. Sheep's Creek. I had a little piece of it that I got while I was in Oregon, and I wanted to get more of it, but all they had was what I found, at Cindy's, and that is from Oregon. Sheep's Creek is from Oregon. That's mushroom jasper. Never had any of that, but I always wanted some. That's beautiful. It is, isn't it? He's got that new slab saw, so he's just been up there slabbing it. I don't know what that is, but he gave it to me. Wow. I never seen nothing like that. That's cool. And this is really pretty. That's kind of like a real heavy moss material. This is little tiny pieces of polychrome. So this is just a type of jasper, but I have big chunks of it, big 4 or 5 pound chunks of it. But this is good. This nice. You can totally cab this stuff. It'll be really nice. That's a good example of what polychrome looks like. I bought a bunch of little ones, whoa, which is cool.
I bought that one at the show.
Yeah, we did. We bought some of this. Well, we did buy the one. Nick got one of the ones that was in this little thing. When I got home, I got these 2 blue ones that are in here in the mail. So it was like a perfect day that the rocks I ordered came on the same day that we got home from the gym show. But Nick bought that because he has really good taste. Ooh, what is this? That's Botswana. Botswana.
It was cheap.
It was beautiful.
Cheap. Got it for $2.
Wow. Yeah, we did. I got all these for like a really good price, like a really, really good price. Nice. This is really darling. This is like a little instrument made out of moss agate. So I got it. That's sweet. I paid 50 cents for it. Wow. And then and this are some rose quartz and little hematite cabs. Nice. I got that. Oh, what is that? It's called green kyanite. It's kyanite, but a green variety. Beautiful. Just pretty, isn't it? Thank you for showing us your gym show finds. Yeah. Austin is trying out his new tree saddle this evening. Is this the first time?
It is indeed.
First time that he has tried out this tree saddle. This will be a different way than a tree stand, which is what he usually does. How does it feel so far?
Oh, it's fine so far.
And you're just meant to hang there.
Mm-hmm. A little bit loud.
Yeah.
But there's ways to work around that. That's the basic gist of it.
Cool.
have to figure out a way to quiet everything down here.
The herb bed is still doing great here. It's really kind of taking off, especially those calendula flowers back there. I'm gonna go ahead and harvest some calendula and lavender. Probably should have harvested some of these lavender blooms earlier, because you're supposed to get them before they start to bloom out like that. But I don't see blooms like that on all of them, so I'm gonna go ahead and harvest them now. Better late than never. And then I'm also gonna come over and get this calendula because it's just taken off, and this is taken off too since I cut it back. That mint is just taken over, which I know mint will do that, so I may have to cut that back before next year, but that's okay. My project for today is to get the rings off these jars and label the ones that are not labeled. As you can see, they're all just kind of stacked in the corner here as you come down the stairs. Eventually, we want to try to get maybe a custom shelf built in this corner to where we could stack them. Going down this hallway behind me, we might even get some kind of other shelving. But right now, this is just what we got, and I'm just making the best of it. I really don't mind doing kind of around the house chores like this, especially on Saturday. Sometimes I have things planned, but sometimes I just like to just take it easy, just do little projects like this around the house that I don't have time to do during the week. It's almost kind of therapeutic. Alright, I think that looks a lot better. I've actually been down here kind of working all evening, cleaning up the laundry room and getting things more organized. But I wiped down every single jar after I took the rings off and got anything that was sticky off of there, anything that was nasty. Made sure that everything else got labeled and stacked them all back up. I tried to keep them kind of organized by what type they were. Like I have everything mulberry over here, strawberry, even a few strawberry lemon, violet, blackberries over here. There's a little bit of blueberry that's over here. And then I have got all the green beans. Again, at some point, probably gonna need to get a shelf, which would be nice. But for now, this is the best I've got, and I'm pretty happy with the progress I've made.